call. I'll go ahead and show my screen here about the notes from the last week. And basically just a reminder to join the Linux Foundation list if you can. And just a quick summary of what we went over, and then follow-up tasks and the typical cadence of the week. And so this week, I think I wanted to talk specifically about, before we get started here, we had that config diff that I see had some updates to it, and I was wondering, Mircea and team, if you had seen the comments there. Let me find it real quick here. It's issue 686.
To add it also in build image repo?
No, there was
Which
more.
comment?
There was more yesterday. So can you guys see what I'm doing here? I'm hoping.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, this was an answer 17 hours ago. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 differences, and then a question. So maybe if you guys want to take a look at this, it was provided by Prabhat, or we can read through it here. Sorry, I'm managing 2 screens here. So I see Sasha. Hi, Prabhat. Yeah. So Sasha, I think you were also asking about this one.
Yeah. So I need
to
go
first
over the details
Sure.
in the answers. Can you please share this link here in the chat?
Share the link in the chat. Yes,
yeah.
I can do that.
And this is the vendor agnostic config, right? This is the JSON config template changes, right? We discussed a week or 2 ago. Is that the change here, Prabhat? With all
I think, so this was, I think, the config that Mircea had been testing on 2 different vendors.
Correct. There was some. There's a common config now.
I updated with comments on those 5 differences that you mentioned. So if you can take a look and maybe respond.
Prabhat,
is
the SONiC management test aligned with the expected configuration and behavior?
Yeah, I think so.
God, I hope so.
Yeah.
So
that's what I understood from Lawrence.
If we can pass the SONiC management test right now, we don't need to do anything in addition, right?
Yes, that should be correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So that was the first. Thank you.
Sasha, so before that, Lawrence is still working with Michael's team from SDN to get the config that they are eventually going to push. So based on that, there might be some changes later to SONiC management, but for now, you can use that as the source of truth.
Okay. But if we change anything in the SONiC management, we should align the SONiC SWSS implementation as well, because so from SI API point of view, everything is as expected, right? So we might have only difference in SONiC implementation.
Right. So there will be, I think, if there are changes in SONiC management, SWSS will also be aligned.
Okay. So that we will just at the end we will just need to rerun the test and ensure that the test is passing.
Right.
That's it. Okay.
And this with the common config template, right, across both devices, AMD and
right. Yeah. So my understanding is that I think Michael from Cisco also had a couple of additional comments to Lawrence's changes. So so I think that might also be incorporated. I have a sync with Lawrence later today, so I'll ask him to consolidate and upload the latest patch today.
Right. I know Cisco Michael was in touch with Lawrence last week, and they found a few more issues. So hopefully that has all made it into this.
So this is what Michael said. He said he verified the latest changes, added 2 more not yet integrated, and non-floating NIC, floating NIC are now passing on Mount Fuji, So they're investigating. So that's what happened with Michael. Okay. And so I'm hoping I got a couple of brownie points from Sasha. for turning that around. And Mircha, we did have, if we're moving on, I've been kind of following up, and I followed up on this one about the IPv4 field, and I got Chi to go ahead and look at whoever the author was and ask him to help resolve the conflict. So I've kind of been following up on those in the background. And then I also noticed that, just one second here, we had one from Cisco here about the -8 JScope config table. And so that was created and merged. So that's merged into master. Yeah, so that's good there. Like I said, I didn't have a ton of time to prepare today just because my internet went down. So sorry guys about that. And then I think in here in this one, Vivek from, I believe, NVidia left a comment here for Gang on the SONiC team about updating this memory checker test and the counter failure. So working on that. And then the last one I had was, so it looks like for the enhancement, we needed to program the multiple inbound direction lookup. And so Judy, I believe, is on the SONiC team, is just asking if we should track this in Dash, and mentioned it to Prabhat. So we'll probably have something going on there in 23875 soon. So
yeah, so this one, I think I already had a comment on it that we'll look at it for 2025-11, right?
Yeah. This will be planned after POC. Yep. That would be awesome.
Yeah, it's not blocking.
No, it's not blocking us.
It's not blocking POC. Yeah.
No, the only thing I was doing, Prabhat, because my internet went down, was I was going through the ones that had updates for us. So those are those. But I wanted to, sure. Primarily focus on the SONiC management test and the config diff. And so, and Mircha, did that work for you? You'll look at the config diff as well?
I'm assuming these configs were provided to you over time and changed dynamically, so you probably pick it up over a span of time, right? So things have evolved since then, so I'm expecting that most of those issues would be resolved. So if not,
based on the images, I put there the image versions that I have on each DPU, and the configs that work today to run the test on each.
So and again, yes, I think we should move both to 2025-06. I don't know.
I mean, so they are 2025-06.
Okay.
But those are early 2025-06. I believe that there were many changes in SONiC management test, and in lower layers as well. So we haven't yet released 2025-06, and it is very dynamic and changes all the time. So it's better to take.
There are things happening from 2025-05 with bug fixes, and there are more fixes coming into 2025-06 specifically. So we need to probably try with the latest image. So if you don't have an image, I can help you give an image.
Yeah, I'll wait till we get also the memory fixes and other things in the image. I mean, this config stuff is just to note them, but it's not impacting me. I mean, if I write 426 or 4_26, it's, functionality, it's important. One difference here that I don't necessarily see a comment, I'm not sure if I put it, on AMD Pensando one, I need in mapping to add a mapping for the ENI, while on NVIDIA that mapping is not needed. I think
Mircha, in case if it's a PL from VM, you need it. Otherwise, if it's a remote, you don't need it. It will be a direct route, so you don't need it. So it's based on where the traffic is located.
I know, but in case traffic is located for the same exact scenario where it's coming from a VM ENI, for NVIDIA, I don't need to add a mapping for that ENI in the mapping table. For AMD Pensando, I need to add that line. I think I didn't saw a comment for that diff.
I didn't see it in the questions.
I didn't see it.
I think it was, I added it like on one, it's needed, and on one, it's not. Yeah, I think, yes, see. Yeah, diff 5 probably. Yeah, diff 5. See, on one on Cisco it's needed, on the other one nothing.
Oh, I see.
And
okay.
see, it's for the MAC of the ENI. So if I don't add that, on NVIDIA I don't need to add it. On Pensando I need to add it.
No, you don't need it in there also. In ours also you don't need it.
It's not gonna appear as a local mapping. I'm telling you it.
No, you don't need it. You don't need to create local mapping. There is another case if you are testing local to local, you need to create. You are not going to test local to local.
I'm testing local to remote.
No, in that case you don't need it. This is
I'm telling you, doesn't work without. I'll show you.
Work.
Okay, let's take it offline and.
Okay.
So Mitya, I think I provided a couple of links. One is the SONiC management config. So maybe that will help answer some of your questions. If there are more questions, we can probably set up a separate meeting.
Okay. No, I mean it was just the line number 5. I'll take it offline. Okay, and I'll.
Yeah, Senthil, let's loop in Michael A and you and Murcha, right, and look through this properly, right? So we can validate this with the Lawrence's test, right? That's what we want to achieve, right, with this change. So you want to have it run on the common SONiC management with the comment that Murcha is saying, right? So let's have Michael also join in a conversation you have. We want to make sure we factor in whatever changes we need.
You can do that, yeah.
Got it. So yeah, that's what I had for today.
So
I'm
Christina,
sorry.
sorry. So there is another hot item that we wanted to discuss. It's related to the DHCP unique identifier for the E0 midplane IP that recently got changed from DUID to the midplane interface MAC. It was done by AMD. It looks like that is causing some issues for NVIDIA when upgrading from 2025-05 to 2025-06. So they raised an issue that's blocking.
Is it this one? Is it?
No. Let
me. Okay.
Let me share.
Let me find it. Okay.
Lease renewal, right?
Lease renewal. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's in the issues section.
Yeah, it's tagged with Smart Switch label, so you can search for Smart Switch.
And I've shared in the chat.
Oh, you shared it? Okay. Oh, SONiC build image. Okay. Okay. So I'll need to add this one. So DHCP server and MPU is not assigning. That's from NVIDIA. IP will not be assigned.
Yeah, so I had a brief sync with Senthil on this. So, so we either the challenge is that for factory shipments we're using 2025-05 image, and NVIDIA image from factory currently doesn't. Like even if we fix this in 2025-05, the factory images won't have that fix. But it looks like for Pensando DPUs, this is already somehow in the image that Pensando provided to Cisco.
Yeah, this was done by Sahil first. Yeah.
Yeah. So so if we revert this, it probably won't work for Pensando. But if you don't revert it, it won't work for NVIDIA.
Huh.
So we have to find.
We need it to work for both, right?
Yeah. So we need an urgent fix for this.
Prabhat, if we have during migration, before migration, if you have a lower release time, let's say the default lease time right now is 3,600 seconds, I think. When we migrate from 2025-05 to 2025-06, if you have a lesser lease time, let's say something like 3 minutes or something, then once it migrate, the older lease ID will be released. So when the new guy comes in, so it should work. Just another thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
it's not a proper fix, right?
Yeah. So
It's a workaround.
So we can. So yeah, it's a workaround. And secondly, Senthil, like once you have the NDM config in place, we cannot change it on the fly and then again change it back and all that. So that's not going to work.
Oh, okay.
So I think.
So basically, why Shagil introduced that fix was basically the DUID got changed when the DPU boots up. That whatever that DHCP client generated, the SONiC client generated was ID1. When the lease renewal goes out after the lease expires from the client, it generated a different ID. So
I mean, I think in the long term, we should probably bind it to the interface MAC, but the problem is with factory shipments, right? So even if we just backport this to 2025-05, I think the images that the devices that have already shipped will not have that fix. So that's the main challenge that we have right now. Ideally, we would want this fix in 2025-05 as well, but given that we are in this situation, what is the best way forward?
So you're saying you want it reverted for 2025-05, but in place for 2025-06?
No, so this fix is not in 2025-05.
Okay.
I'm saying, yeah. So if we backport this fix to 2025-05, it will work going forward. But there are devices that have already been shipped with an image which will not have this in 2025-05. So when you upgrade to a newer image, be it 2025-06 or 2025-11, the DHCP, I mean, the DPUs will not get IPs via DHCP, and then everything will just stall. So
Prabhat, just thinking aloud, right? If this fix can be backported to 2025-05, can that image be upgraded in a staging area before it actually is racked up or something? Is that an option? I don't know how that works, but I'm just thinking aloud here. Right? You backport this fix into an NVIDIA 2025-05 image, and then that image is gonna, this is the only change to the whatever 2025 image that may be on the factory shipped image. But this image with the fix for this particular issue is only additional delta. And in the staging area, you can do a SONiC upgrade and get to this image, and then the box gets kind of
It's not going to work as well, because that's problem with the upgrade from the old image to the new image. It doesn't matter if it's 2025-05 to 2025-06 or 2025-05 to 2025-05 with the fix. So it still will fail.
I think, Sasha, what Murli was saying is the base image would change to something with the fix. Is that what you're saying, Murli?
Correct. 2505.1 or whatever you call it, right? The base image will be not 2025-05 vanilla, but just this one delta fix goes in. And in the staging area, you go to a DPU.
No, we already shared the image with the production team, so we cannot change it right now.
Yeah, so it looks like NVIDIA is too far down the line with factory shipments to make that change right now. So my question is, if we and another point that Vivek said, Senthil, is that NVIDIA was not seeing this client ID changing for them, at least.
So basically, you will see, suppose boot up a DPU, the lease renewal is 1 hour. After 1 hour, you reboot a DPU, the DPU won't get the IP.
No,
Yeah,
we never solved that issue on our platform. It was working fine. So that was the platform specific issue, and it had to be fixed in the platform specific way. So now we have like a broken common functionality.
So, so Senthil, is there a way that you can fix this in a limited scope in your platform code maybe, and then revert this?
If we go to the pull request that introduced the change, so there are two places that affect the IP address renewal. So one is the vendor independent with the changing of the ID to MAC, and another one is from the ETC network interface with the request to renew. So I think if we remove the MAC address change and leave just the vendor specific change, it should work for Pensando as well.
Renew is in files DHCDPU.init.
Yeah. So just remove this change, the DHCP v4 client identifier equals MAC. If you can just revert that alone, I think it should fix it.
Yeah, that will move to DOID based client ID. Yeah. Once the two line you remove, it will fall back to DOID based model. That's the only thing remaining are all platform specific.
There was one more change, right? In image config midplane
DPU.init.
DPU units.
DPU unit, sorry, yeah, DPU unit. The file above.
Above
Oh,
that.
yeah.
No,
Sorry.
I think he just might have released and then got an ID.
No,
He just
I
added
think,
release that line number 78, right? He just released and then he's getting that ID.
so yeah, so basically, if you revert the other change, which binds it to the MAC, and just keep this change, it should still work, right?
We have to give it a try, Prabhat. Yeah, we'll try and then we'll get back to you. Yeah.
Yeah, but so could you prioritize this for this week? I think this is kind of blocking NVIDIA.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you need
I
the link, Cynthia?
We know that
You know.
question.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Already, yeah.
Okay.
Could you assign it? I think I was not able to assign this to like any of you. So
Can you assign it to Mukesh?
I
I'm
cannot.
not
I
able-
have
yeah,
no rights in this repo.
yeah, I'm not able to assign it to any of the MD folks. So if you
Yeah,
can,
I will ask Mukesh to take a look. Mukesh will
Okay.
fix it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Let's see if I can assign. I'm not sure. No, I don't either.
I have no rights in this repo, Prabhat. Would it be Prince who would do it, or?
I mean, I have rights, but it's just that I'm not able to assign to MD folks. I don't know why.
I think that usually like
find
in
them.
the settings for the repo, I don't know if you guys add contributors specifically or if Mukesh has to go request to be added as a contributor to that repo.
Yeah,
Something
it
like
might
that.
be similar to the issue that Cisco folks brought up in adding labels. So, yeah, that's not going anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, I was just in a call with Liwa and Gohan yesterday, and they would like me to have rights in the repos as well, but that's a side conversation. So everyone knows the number, everyone knows what needs to be looked at, see if we can revert, and if we can't, we'll move forward.
We know this one. Yeah, already Prabhat yesterday pinged us.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you. Anything else, Prabhat, while we're here?
One question, Prabhat, is the 2025-06 image, right? So you have a stable image, 2025-06 DP image now, right, on the Cisco platform?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have it in the pretty board form yet, but I'm just looking at PRs merged in the last week, and we had 10, and of course some of them don't matter to us, but we did have the add local next hop IP, and we had update the type of reboot status. Okay, that's fine. Couple of
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So for NVIDIA folks, is there anything else that is pressing for you at this point? Any other issues, common topics?
They had filed all those bugs. Did those get looked at?
I can update the table.
Yeah, so we didn't explicitly reply to that email, but we did comment on most of those GitHub issues. It's being looked at as well. So
Yeah.
some of them already have PRs. I think one of them, I got a pushback from Kumresh to increase the lease time. Sorry, the timeout for the mid-plane network DPU service. So I think the suggestion was to basically bring up the NPU first and then try to power on the DPU or bring up the DPU. If you do it the other way around, you're always susceptible to having this DHCP not getting DHCP IP not getting assigned, right? I mean, even if we increase it to 30 minutes, it's just kicking the can down the road, right? You can always exceed that. So that was a comment. But anyways, I have a PR open. It's just a matter of determining whether that is an absolute fix for NVIDIA or not. And that was one of the things that you guys listed as a blocker.
Yeah, so we have like 2 blockers. So one we just discussed, another one we will check. And for the rest, it would be good to have to understand the target version. Is it, from your point of view, needed for the POC, or if it can be waived to 2025-11? So if you can comment in the issues, I will collect that information, or if you can reply to the email I sent, it would be also good.
Okay. Yeah, I will sync with the team internally and then update it today. I think a couple of them have, from Lawrence, probably have fixes. One of them needs to be verified. The other one is pending merge to SWSS. I'm working on the issue that Gagan raised, the second one. So yeah, most of these will have fixes in 2025-06. There are probably a couple of ones which will not have fixes in 2025-06. And I think the other question that Liat had was if 2025-06 would be a temporary branch. My understanding is yes. Until 2025-11 is in a shape that that you can run qualification tests on.
So what are your expectations about 2025-06? Should we push to fix all the issues there, or is it safe to say now that we can waive most of the stuff to 2025-11? So what are you planning to do with 2025-06?
So at least, so like I mentioned, right? So most, like 3 or 4 of these fix issues that you mentioned will be fixed in 2025-06. There are a couple of ones which will not be. So it should happen in the next couple of weeks. Anyway, 2025-11 won't be in a stable state until at least a couple of months from now, right? So I don't think there's much qualification we can do on 2025-11 until end of November. So until then, we probably need everything going into this.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. So it looks like this one you're working on, this one you're working on, this one needs to be worked on. This one, they were saying there was a merge conflict and they were asking someone from NVIDIA to do something. And then the route table. Oh, go ahead, Sasha. Sorry.
Christina, I sent an updated table.
Huh?
So
you sent an updated. All right.
If you scroll down.
I see it. Yep. Okay. Then this one, the 23590, we haven't addressed this one. The route rule table delete op is not supported.
Yeah, I think I'd asked Lawrence to take a look. He
Okay.
will work on it.
Because of
Okay.
the cache removal. Oh, by the way, I have so Lawrence raised a PR for one of these issues. I put a comment there. Let me share that. I just want to check that here because it requires some expectation from the controller and the GNMI server itself. Can you share that, Christina? Can you open that PR? So currently, the cache inside the occasion is removed for high volume objects. So we don't save, the mappings for outbound CA to PA entries.
Yeah.
So we don't know which underlay IP was present in that entry. So to support the delete, you need to. So the issue is we cannot delete PA validation entries at this point because you don't know what the underlay IP is. So this fix by Lawrence expects that the controller would also send the underlay IP in the delete.
Right? Yeah.
In the delete object. No, I'm not sure if first if controller can do that, and what I know for sure is GNMS server cannot. GNMS server is only sending the del op without
Because it's not part of the key, right?
It's not part of the key. Yeah. So I want to see. I just want to confirm if control is expected to do it, and if it's okay to do it, and we should also fix GNMI client for that if we are going to this approach.
Okay. Yeah. Let me follow up on that with Lawrence and Michael, and then I'll get back to you by end of this week.
One alternative we could do is to use the get API and to get the underlay IP from SAI. That we don't need to depend on. We don't need to depend on the expectation from the controller. If that's not possible, you could probably explore this option.
Okay. Yeah. Let me talk to Michael if this is something that they can do. If not, then you can probably pursue that approach.
Yeah.
Michael's not in this one either.
Question for you: that table you are just showing, where is that table?
This table here. This one.
On the right side, yeah.
Oh, this came from Sasha.
Oh,
last week.
I think all these are GitHub issues that are tagged with smart switch label, Murli. So you
and then I put them into my board. Yeah, I put it. I just didn't have time this week.
Discussing. Sure. So Prabhat, you and I were talking about and identifying all these a lot more easily, so we can actually.
Yeah. So the label is probably the easiest way. Yeah.
Okay.
And this last one, the GNMI resets. I'm curious about this one. I know that
there is a PR.
Yeah, I think he just raised the limit, I think.
Did he? Okay.
There were some concerns about if this is like a proper fix.
To the very end. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. It's a tough one. Gang was working on this.
I mean, the question, the only, I think missing part here is like what Vaibhav asked, is if we can update the GNMI server itself to be with less memory if during this config that requires introspection into the server itself. That's definitely more work, but I guess for now this seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, I think we can think of this as an intermediate solution. I mean, I'm not too happy with it, but I think it will help Mitch and other folks to make progress.
So I think we've covered the ones in your list, Sasha, and I'll make sure that they're all.
Sorry, Sasha, for the other blocker issue that you said, can you update your workflow to update the NPU first? So in that case, we don't need to.
Let me discuss with the verification team today.
Okay.
I'll update on that.
Okay, because Cisco folks and like ourselves in Microsoft are doing it that way. And given that the IP is assigned by the NPU, I think it would make sense to have NPU updated first, and that's what we'll be doing in production also for Fuse. We'll have NPU upgraded first. So let's just keep that consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like I have all the ones in there. Okay. I thought this was going to be a short call, but I guess it's a longer call today. So anything else?
And I know NVIDIA, I think someone from NVIDIA raised some systemd Debian 13 related issues with systemd 257 or some version.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, how are you guys, like, are you guys upgrading the systemd version yourself and trying it, or?
No. Which issue? You mean
Is
this
it this one?
This was one, I guess, and then there was another one. I think the same
The
person.
other one, we have Trixie upgrade going on parallel, right, for 2511. So we are we took those changes and we found out a few issues. Actually, it's a blocker for smart switch,
2511.
both for NPU and DPU. Let me maybe share that issue. It's in the build image repo with Trixie label.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit complicated. I was reading through it, so I was wondering if like we could get some community help on this. Murli, is this something that Cisco might have bandwidth to work on? It's something related to the Trixie.
First one.
Great.
This one?
Yeah, it's actually a blocker both for NPU and DPU. Without this change, system D is not enabling mid-plane DPU or even mid-plane NPU. So we have nothing would start. It has to do with system D not allowing the generator to write files into the directory where it was writing before. So something needs to be done there. But at least we don't have expertise on how to update this.
Yeah,
I'll have to check, Prabhat, because I don't know if the context is enough for us to take over, right? But it's tagged with the smart switch label, right?
Is this tagged? Maybe not. Christian,
I mean, I wouldn't just add smart switch because it would also fail for multi-ASIC. I'm not sure if it was tested. Maybe Sai Krishna would have more context, but I think it would also fail for
still working on. Sai Krishna is working on this Trixie upgrade in general. So I don't know if he plans to address this for smart switch as well, but I thought maybe
the fix is generic. If the fix was made for to adhering to the system D changes, it would work for smart switch. So it's not specific to smart switch.
But all this mid-plane, there might be other system D services also that do a similar approach. But I think in this context specifically, it's related to the mid-plane network DPU service, right?
Yes, but that is derived. The design itself was derived from multi-ASIC. So I think it should fail for multi-ASIC as well.
I see. Okay, so let me follow up with Sai, and if it's something that he's handling it more generically, then we should be fine. Otherwise, we might need some help on this because the person who used to work on this is not in this project anymore.
Was that Junhua?
It was Zergan.
Oh. Does it help, Prabhat, if I make these notes or just to bring it to your inbox, or like should I not do that?
Yeah, you can tag that.
You're fine. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Could you add maybe no, mine actually it's not just smart switch specific, so it's okay. Let's leave it without the label.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, let me know, Prabhat, after you had a shot at figuring it out with Sai. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I think our first priority is to look at those tagged smart switch label items and see where we would need help. We'll try to look at that.
And I think this is mostly for 2025-11. So
11. Yeah, some of the infra, I think the team working on smart switch is focused on mostly the smart switch aspects of it, right? There's a common infra would not necessarily be in the realm of things that they might have looked at. So, but we'll have to discuss,
Okay. So what I'll do the rest of the day is I'll cruise through these in progress and update and the waiting review add the new, make sure everything's in there. Now I think next week is the week we decided that we skip the first Wednesday of every month to give ourselves a little bit of a break. Is that okay with everyone?
The next week is still a week away, so hard to say.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay. Well, then,
I think
that's,
yeah.
I think that's good for today then. I'll share notes, etc. Anyone else on the call, final call? I have, Farhat, Bud, or Murcha, anything else you want to talk about? Nope.
Nothing here.
Okay, thanks. Then I will stop the recording and give you 15 minutes back.